This is Cindy Minier from Undated Book Creator. In this video, I'm going to show you how to create both dated and undated planners using our calendar creator tool. To get to the calendar tool, you want to click on Other Tools, Calendar Creator Tool. The first thing that you want to do is set your trim size. I'm going to be creating an 8.5 by 11 book, so that's the one I'm going to select. I like the Roboto font, so I'm going to go with that font. Then you need to decide whether you're going to do dated or undated pages. I'll show you how to do dated pages first, then I'll go back and show you how you can do undated pages. So if you're doing dated pages, you need to set your start and end dates. I'm doing a 6-month planner. I'm actually going to create a Q4 planner for low content book creators, and I'm going to start it on July 1st, and it's going to end on December 31st. Now, I don't need a yearly page for this book, but I'm going to leave it clicked just so you can see what it looks like. I'm going to do 2 pages, and I'm going to use weekly pages, and I want to use 2 pages for my weeks also. So I'm going to have a yearly page, then I'm going to have 2-page monthly pages and 2-page weekly pages. Now for the weekly pages, when you select the 2-page option, you can pick between a horizontal or vertical. I'll show you both. We'll do with horizontal first. And one of the other things you can do is set what you want to show up for notes to do on the month pages and notes to do on the weekly or daily pages. So I am going to use book goals for the monthly pages, and I'm going to use marketing. Oh, I think I got that backwards. I want book goals for the to-do, and I want marketing over here for what's under notes. And then for the daily pages, the weekly pages, we're going to go with this week's goals. I'm going to put that under notes. All right, now that's everything I need. I can click on download PDF. And here's what my PDF looks like. So I've got my yearly page, and then I have the July, the 2-page for July. See here I have book goals and marketing. And then I have my individual pages, and I have this week's goal where I want it. So this is what it looks like with the 2 pages for each one. Now let's show you what it looks like. Well, let's show you what a vertical one looks like for the vertical weeks. Okay, so it's the same thing for the others, but now the verticals, so you have Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday on one side, and then Friday, Saturday, Sunday on the other side. And this time you do have the to-do and this week's goals. So with the other one, if you remember, you just have the Monday through Thursday on one side, Friday through Saturday on the other side, and you just have a spot at the bottom for this week's goals. So that's the difference between the 2-page vertical and the 2-page horizontal. Now let's show you what it looks like with 1 pages for each of them. Go ahead and turn off the yearly because we don't need to see that again. Let's download that. So now you have all of your months are just 1 page, and then your week page is just 1 page also. And there's some other things that you can change on this. So if you're doing the weeks, you see how the date is like this, 12 Monday, you can also switch it and do it the other way, Monday 15, for example. And that will look like this. So now you have the date after the day of the week. So that's something that you can do. One of the other things you can do is choose between 2 letters or 3 letters for the day of the week in your month pages. So here it is with 3 days, with 3 letters, I mean, versus what it looks like with 2. So that's another one of the settings that you can pick from. And then if you want, you can do daily pages. So I'm going to switch this to daily. I'm just going to do 1 month just so it doesn't take forever and have a huge file with lots and lots of pages. So let's see what that looks like. So here is your daily page. And there's different things you can set for that as well. So you can select between whether you say AM, PM over here on the side, or if you want to do 24 hours. So if you do 24 hours, it will look like this instead. So you can either have 6 AM, 7 AM, or 6, 7, 8, and then just count up depending on what you want for your book. And then you can choose between month day or day month. So here I have Thursday 7/1. Let's switch it to day month. And this time I have Thursday 1/7. So if you're in Europe, so you have this this is the standard way of writing the dates, whereas if you're in the US, this is the standard way of writing July 1st, and this would be the standard way for writing July 1st in Europe. So it just depends on where you are and who your target audience is as to which way you want to do it. So that's kind of, another thing you can do is start your week on Monday instead of Sunday in your monthly calendars. And here in the US, it's standard to start it on a Sunday, but in Europe, it's standard to start it on a Monday. So here you can have these start on Monday versus the Sunday. And another thing that you can do is customize your language. So if you want to do it in a different language like French or Italian, for example, you could put your words of the month here and your days of the week here in a different language. So I have these in a spreadsheet for French. So let's do one that's in French instead of English. So we got to copy the months into here, starting with January. And then the days of the week, starting with Sunday. And then if we wanted, we could change the language for notes into French, and for to-do into French. And now let's download this. So now we have a calendar that's in another language.
Now let's talk about undated pages. So to do undated pages, you just swap this to undated pages. And if you want to do, you click whether you want to have month or week or day. And then you can say how many months you want or how many weeks you want. So let's start off by doing a one-paged month and a one-page week. So these have all the same options that you have with the dated, but you also have some additional options here. So you can swap out what you're going to put for month. So if you have a different language or you want to do something different, I don't know, whatever you want, you can change the language here. And for the weekly pages, you can change that. So maybe you want to change to my best week ever or something. And then you can say where you want it. So let's say we want it in the center. Okay, so let's go ahead and do 1 month and 4 weeks. I'll show you what that looks like. So, because we didn't change month and year over here, it still says month and year here. But this is where, if you wanted to put something different here, you could. If you're doing calendars in other languages, for example, you may want to change that. And then we put my best week ever. And that's at the top of all the pages. You could have this say whatever you want it to say. So if you wanted it to be, let's say week colon, and you wanted it on the left-hand side of the page, you could do it like that. And then this is what it would look like. So you have it over here, left justified. Now for daily pages, you also specify how many days you want. So maybe we want 1 month and 30 days. And you have these same you have here what you want to say. So instead of week, we have date. And then that looks like so. And again, you can change date to say anything you want it to say. And you can do the alignment on the right if you wanted. That would look like this, which wouldn't make a lot of sense if you're going to have it say date unless you did something like this and then put some underscores. Now it looks like that. And all the other things that you can set for the dated, you can also do for here. So you could do 2 pages for both monthly and weekly. And that would look like this. And then again, you can set the to-do and notes to say whatever you want. You can set the year and the month to be whatever you want it. And this title can be whatever you want. And the notes can be whatever you want. So you have lots of flexibility to create lots of different types of calendars and planners depending on who your target audience is.
And that's pretty much everything you can do with our Calendar Creator tool. If you have any questions about how to use this tool, ask them in the comments below or ask them in our Facebook group.